Good morning, everyone. This is Teresa, and I decided I was going to come on. I was going to show y'all a little bit. Um, go to live chat. Come on, it won't let me go to live chat. Okay. Okay, now there we go. And so I've been pretty sick for a few days. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice or not, but I did a Hinge journal uh, of some old Christmas cards that I've got. Well, they're not old, they're new. And this is how I did this right here. I don't know what to do about the thing because the screen and all that. Set up there and behave yourself. Okay, thank you. My uh, computer keyboard wants to take a dive off the top of my shelf over here, so I'm trying to keep it from it. So here's one of the cards, and you open it up, and as you see, it's new Christmas cards. They're not old. They came from the Dollar Tree or something, I think. Someone gave them to me, and then the hinge is here in between the cards, and they lay flat. You do the next one, and this is how my Christmas cards are going to be made up this year, so that they will be easy to do. I do know that I'll need to do a little sanding right here on this edge where it's really white, because really shiny. I mean, listen to me. I'm sorry. So here's this, and then it ends. And all these, like I said, these are all new cards. They're old but new. They were given to me. I punched 2 holes. I ran a ribbon through, and I use it to tie off. I just make a bow right here. Okay. All right. So when you do this and you've got cards like this, you can take your Christmas cards that you got from someone else, which I got this from Cindy. It's a Christmas postcard. Cindy loves jewelry. It says, "Merry Christmas, Teresa loves Cindy." I have not even been able to get out and put my Christmas cards in the mail yet. So they're here, and you can take it like this inside the card, and you can put washi here and make it a flip out, or you can just glue it down. I'm going to make it a flip out because her signature and everything is on the back. Okay, you can do it here and flip it out, and then you have her signature and whose ever signature on this card. So this is my Christmas card from Sandy. It's pretty, isn't it? She also sent me a pretty ATC card. This one says Love and Art, and this one's got a little girl on the front. On the back of it, it's got a belly band. Isn't that just cute? Cindy's very creative. I love her creative. And this right here, of course, this one's also got a belly band. I guess I've got to sign it because I don't see where she signed it anywhere. But I'm going to take it and I'm going to put a little thread here and hang it on my tree, because everybody that sends me a circle, my goodness, my phone's going crazy in there. Anyway, there's what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang it on my Christmas tree, and there's a few little goodies in here that will go back in. I think it's supposed to be in the pocket on this card right here, because there's nothing in the pocket, and Cindy always stuffs the pocket. So I'm going to say that that's what's going to do. And here's a Christmas card that I made, by the way. You'll have it. There you go. So this is one that I made. I didn't send it out. It's just one that I was experimenting to see if I liked the card itself. I did. Yes, I did. I offset this, and I offset the cut and made it kind of offset Christmas. So anyway, I've got my beading stuff out here, and whenever I get all of it together, I gotta find my little needles. I had them right here. I done moved them again. There they are, right there. See my needles? Okay, so I got these beads from Cindy, not the gold ones here, but I got the. She called them gold, but they're more of a champagne color. So I got some silver beads and gold beads I'm gonna make with them. I got enough of the beads that I'm going to use, of course, uh, to make one. And then I bought these here. These are mine. These are the large beads, and these are the medium beads. I want the small beads, and here's how you do the difference in them right here. Right here is the large, the medium, and the small. And basically, you want the small ones because you want to be able to see the ornament in the background of it. So we put these back over here and these right here. Get my needle set up. Hi, whoever's here. I don't know who's here, but hi. Thank you for being here. I don't know if you want to see this or not. It's just something that I want to work on because, I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do the beading. These do have a bit of a sharp point to them on both ends. These are the big eye needles that I use. My eyesight won't permit me to use other big or little eye needles, to be honest with you. And as you can see, the whole center of this needle is an eye. So these right here, I'm going to set up here out of the way. And here's what I use. I order it from Amazon. This is my beading thread right here. Oh my goodness, come on. Boy, that phone's going crazy in there, isn't it? I don't know why. Come on, fingers, open this thing up. There we go. And this is what I use. It's white. I don't care what color it is, really. I get whatever's the least expensive in this one. This is actually a braided thread that I use. Gotta see where I can pull it out at. There we go. One of them, anyway. One of them I can pull it out at. And I usually do about an arm's length, of thread on it to get started. You have to. It's not easy to roll off at first. And that's the truth. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I use about an arm's length. Okay, I've got a couple of pair of scissors here. This one may or may not cut. These were my mama's scissors. Okay, you cut little fine threads with those, but I don't know what and it's not a really long piece here. But once I get this opened, once I get it, hold it in my hand, right? Get it opened up. Just want to say thank you to whoever's in here with me. I appreciate it. I didn't figure anyone would be in here with me, to be honest with you. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a medium-sized bead. This is going to be my stopper bead. And these here are hard for me to work with because they're clear. All of them are hard for me to work with because they're small. In them. Come on now. I know you're there. There it is. See, it goes on there. Eventually it goes on, right? So then what I do is I come back through the other end. I want a tail on it because I don't want the tail to slip through. This won't be much of one right here because the thread's not really as long as I thought it was when I cut it. But see, there's my stopper bead. Okay, then we'll start with these. I'm gonna put these right here. Don't ask me grams or anything like that because I have no idea the weights that I use. I don't weigh them out or anything like that. Put these over here and then stack these up together over here. And I'll use three of the 11O seed beads is what these are. I'm not sure what the champagne pink ones I got from Cindy are. But you know, they look gold in the bag. They really do. But they're not. When you get them on your board and you look at them, they're a champagne pink. I'm going to have plenty of beads left over for the big ones and the medium sized ones, the flat backs too. So I thought I would donate the larger ones to my church. And I'm going to put one of those on. And then I'll have this set of 3 and I won. Then I'm going to go back through. I'm going to do that with 9 of these beads here. So you're going to have a 3 and a 1, a 3 and a 1, 9 times before you close it. If I can get it on there. See, my eyes are getting really bad and seeing it is a different story. Seeing the bead in the hole, and mostly I end up pushing them around more than being able to work with them now. So my church, the children at my church are going to learn. The lady that is the children's church director, she does beading with them, teaching them with beads, the colors and the things of the beads and all the sizes and all that, because you know, teaching them, like, if one person, if they were collecting donations and they were collecting beads, the person with the largest bead thinks they've got something, right? And then the person with the smallest bead thinks very little. Yeah, that's all they've got. But God says, no matter what, if you give with love, then the giving with love means that it's giving with love. It doesn't matter the size that you can give. It matters the size in your heart that you're giving. So she teaches them this. I haven't brought a ornament in here to put it on. I poked too hard on that one and made it flip across my pad. And yes, it's easier to use the pad than it is not use a pad. I've tried different things, so I try to keep a good pad. Oop, knocked that one off, didn't I? Anyway, I've got a full bag full of these, but only this little tray of these here to work with. And so I may take some of the larger ones and do some accents with them. I'm sorry, I can't talk really loud. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice that it's kind of a whisper. I've been sleeping. I slept all day yesterday. I got to go in the best room for a little while, and then I fell back to sleep. And I tell you, I didn't even get to go see Cindy's yet. I have to go watch hers later. I missed her stream today. So I haven't been in anybody's room hardly. I've come in, I'd said hello, and then I fall asleep, basically. This is basically what I do. And this basically what we've got here when we threw. This is a straight line. About anybody can do this. If they can see well enough, they can do it. And so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I need 3 more of these, So I'm going to move these over to 3. Okay, these 3 I'm going to be using. Now, then I've got to add the 3 of these, each one to it. 1. Come on now. And each time you go around it, which, you're going to go through, and I can use the little beads and just count them myself. It's easier, though, to use 3 small ones and a larger one. Okay. So these little beads are going to be the main beads that are on it, right? These are going to be the main beads here, and then these smaller ones are going to be what I'm going to drop from. The drops are going to go from. Okay, so now the stopper bead, as you can see, is much larger than the other ones. It's the medium bead of these beads. So anyway, she uses the beads. So and as she uses them, she teaches them to make something with them, right? So, and I want to thank Beth because she watched the first person in my reel is Rick with his granddaughter Jada. The blonde is Jada. The next person where he's hugging her is my daughter Crystal. We were at Wired's orchard, apple orchard, that time. And okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take off my stopper bead. I like this thread because it doesn't just slip right off. You have to pull it, okay? Then I'm going to leave a little tail because I definitely want a tail, okay? And then I'm going to pull it around, okay? Because I want this bead to meet this bead. And I'm going to go back through. Let me turn it around this way. It might help some. We ought to see what I'm doing. And I'm going to go back through here. And I like the smaller beading needles for me because of the fact that the longer ones, they're great if you're going to put a lot of beads all at once on. Come on, Teresa, you can do this. Maybe not. This is where it's going to get tedious, is because I've got to go back through these right here. Let me push these over to the side. And these beading mats, it seems like they pick up every little fuzz. They do. They like fuzzing. And so here's this. And I'm going to pull this down a little bit. I want to leave the tail though, okay? I want to leave the tail. And as you see, I have formed the ring. This goes on top of the ornament, okay? And from each one of these, you see I've got 3 on here. So I'm going to go with 4. And as you can see, it's coming out this side. So we're going to turn it because I'm a right to left person. Now, if you're left-handed, you're going to do left to right, of course. So I'm a right to left person, and it's coming out over here, right? Okay, now. Then I'm going to go 3. I'm going to do 4 gold beads. One little pink champagne bead. Yeah, I realize it will be much easier to use the larger beads, but I like these little Victorian ornament covers to look dainty and frilly on your tree. All right, then I'm going to do 4 more of these. Right here. And I've got 414. Okay. Then what I want to do is that one's coming out on that side. So I'm going through this side of this one. Not the gold beads, just the pink bead. Just a champagne colored bead. And I'm going to pull these up. And every once in a while you have to come back and you have to snug it up and get it snugged up, because if you don't, you can see that little stretch in it. You see it? Can you see that? Okay. Did I get it in the right place? Yes, I did. Okay. So it's in the right place. And you just keep going around until you do this. So then you're going to do 4. It takes a minute to get it down to where you want it. But see, I did 3, 1, 3 on the top. Now I'm doing 4, 1, 4 on the next round. That's not 4, that's 3, Teresa. You have to kind of look at it closer, or at least I do, to make sure I've got it right. Okay, there's 4, 1, 4 on it. Now I'm going to go to the next pink bead, and I'm going to go through it. I'm going to go through. I'm going to pull it tight. And as you can see, there's a little drop there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see if I can pick it up and show you. And there's a little drop right there. Can y'all see the little drop? Okay. So there's the little drop. And then I'll go 4, 1, 4 again, all the way around until I go to the next one. And then I'm going to do 6, 1, 6, because I like the drop to be a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. Each time. So I add instead of it being 5, 1, 5, it's going to be 6, 1, 6 on the next one. And it usually takes about 11 rows to make it halfway down the ball. Usually takes me about 8 hours to make one. Because of my eyesight, I have to stop and go and stop and go. All right, then I can go into this next one. And a lot of people can do their beading up right on the ball itself. I can't. I have to lay my netting out. And this is actually what we're doing is we're making a net right here. And it's going to open out to where it's getting bigger and bigger around into a net. And there's some people that they bead, and they can bead in a way I don't know how to bead. So I like the way that I bead because it's much easier for me. So we're going to go back to 4. Come on. Quit rolling around. I know there's a hole in you. Somebody outside beating on something. It's kind of late at night for me to be doing that. Reminds me of when my brother-in-law was fixing my tire. You know, banging on something. Banging on that tire to get it knocked loose from the... As I go, I have to tighten it a little bit. See, it's not tightened right there, but I'll grab its tail and I'll pull its little tail to where it will tighten up some. And I don't know if y'all can see yet that it's actually starting to drop. It looks almost like a little crown there with beads up and down. It's zigzagging. So thank you to whoever's here with me. I appreciate it. There's one. You can come in and say hi if you want to. I am looking and concentrating on this, of course, but I look up to see if anybody said anything to me once in a while, but no. But I appreciate y'all coming in and watching. I got to go back and watch Beth, and I'd wake up, and go back to sleep. I'd wake up, go back to sleep. It's just been a rough couple of days for me. So, but I'll get there. I'll get better. I'm gonna have my grandkids, my great grandchildren, 3 of them, Thursday through Christmas. I'm not sure if she's gonna leave them through Christmas Day or not, but she said she might be leaving them from bringing them when they get out of school on Thursday and dropping them off here. But see, here where she lives, they can't really get out and play. So here they can get out and play. They can ride their bicycles. They can do this, and get out and play. But there, they really can't because she lives in Birmingham and her yard slants, and the road out front of my road is a dead end road out front of my house. And I live on the very end of the dead end. So they can get out and ride their bicycles up in front of down in front of the house. Everybody knows there's kids here, So they're really careful driving through. So when I first started this beading, this is something that I really enjoyed doing. I do enjoy doing it because to me it's relaxing and enjoyable to do, and I love seeing the finished product, And for me, doing the ornaments, my sister-in-law has several ornaments on her tree, okay, that I made. But there's something in my brother's doctor's office, okay? And she says, I bet if I took a picture of that and took it and showed it to your sister, she could make it. She never did tell me what it was, okay? She just says, I bet she can make it. But, it's a matter of, what it is, I probably could. If she thinks I can do it, I can probably do it. Because, all right, now, you got to be careful with it because they're stubborn sometimes and want to flip on you. Okay, see, this is stretching out, so I got to find its little tail. Where you at, little tail? Ooh, you're getting too short, little tail. Where you at, little tail? Bring your little tail back here. And this is why I want me to get me some of those bead things, that you can, they clamp onto the end of the thread, and I can clamp it on there. So, and this is why I bought so many beads from Cindy, is so because this right here might make one ornament. It takes a lot of beads, and so this is where I'm at with it. Okay, now my little tail can go back over to the left side because I want my thread to come out from the right side. Okay, here comes the 414 again. There's 4. Let me chase this little bead down. I'll chase one of these little beads down. It'll go on my needle somewhere. There's a hole in that one. I can see that hole. I had it turned just right. And I have been concentrating so much until I'll do like this 414, and then I'll start it again 414 before I run it through the next bead. That's not a good thing. I have to take it out and redo it. That's not fun to do either. These little beads like to jump around on me. Do y'all do any beading? Are y'all even listening? Nobody saying hi? Nothing. Okay. Some of these little holes are too small and they won't go in to the thing. So I have to, when I find those, there's 3 and 1 more for this one. I have to put them to the side. And then what's really cute is you buy these little bitty beads like this. These are 11 O's, but they have got 15 O's. And of course, the bigger the number, the smaller the bead. Okay. The smaller the number, the bigger the bead. The 6O, the 4 millimeter, that's all much larger than this bead right here. I like to use the 6 O's to make my roses with because I like the heftier bead for it. So, and here's where we are with this right here. And I'm not going to keep doing this right here. I'm just going to, because it gets boring sitting here watching me do this. It's not boring to me, but boring to you, right? So anyway, you keep going and you can, and I add 2 beads each time. Like this one's 414, then it's going to be 616, 818, so on and so forth. And then when I get so far, I'll lay it over my bead, my ornament, and see how much further I have to go. And I can usually tell how much further I have to go. So, right, make sure I got it pulled a little bit. There we go. Let me tighten it up. I don't want it to run off and leave me here. There's that. That's it. Okay, and then we go. And some of them, like you get at Walmart, these beads. If you're going to do something like this, the Walmart beads are not great because there's so much difference in the length and the size of them. They are not great. That's the truth. So they're good for some beading. But for a delicate ornament, it's not good for them. And these are delicate ornaments here. Okay, so this come out. So I'm going to come here, go in. I've got 2 more rounds on this to do. And you can't really tell much about it. It kind of looks like a big dumb mess when you get started at it. But as you go and it starts growing and starts dangling down, it really makes a difference. And I've got 1 more set of beads to put on here, and then I'm going to put it away. And say I thank you for being here, because I know y'all don't want to sit here for 8 hours watching me do this. I did learn a writing space I want to try. It's a corner pocket. See There's that one. Where you at? I got to see because my tail and everything's so close together. I have to see which one's going which way, right? Okay, so this one's going to go here. All right, when you get to the very last one, you have to go all the way down through here. Okay, you're going to bead all the way down into the second row. And you're going to come out the first one on the second row of pink bead. And I have got to get it through that gold one and then through that pink one and pull it through. And then the next row will start right here. And that's how you finish off each one. And then it'll be time, see, my needle's a little bit longer than I like. But what I do like about these needles, I'll show you the big eye needles. A regular needle, you can't do this, is you can pull on it and it won't slide out of the eye. It grips that. Okay, and it does have a sharp point here. It also has a sharp point on the other end so that if you want to bead it from the other end, you can, and then slide all the way down, and you just keep going. So, and it will poke through fabric. I don't want to poke through that though, but that's where I'm at now. Let me put these back into their little thing, and I'm going to work on something else because I know y'all don't want to sit here and watch me bead that. It takes too long for me to sit here and want me to watch me do it. So anyway, I use Wildfire because it doesn't tangle. And if I can't get that, I use Fireline, which is a fishing line, by the way. But it's also a braided fishing line. That makes a difference. My bead scoop here. I keep it in my case right here. And I take, and it scoops them right on up. Works great, don't it? Okay, there's that one. There's this one. I don't want to leave them on my table because the first thing I'll do is I will bump them. And I will have my beads everywhere. And while if I lost just one bead, it might not make a big difference. But if I knock these things everywhere, believe me, it makes a difference. Okay. So then I've got this, and I put these back. I put that back in there. Okay. And these little trays that all go in here too. I'll put that back in there. I don't know if these will fit in here or not. I hope so. It will hold these in place. Yes. And there we go. Got these in here ready. Now, I'm in some more baggies here somewhere. There they are. And these little baggies, and we'll put large ones and small, medium ones in these little baggies. Does anybody else like to bead? I'll work on this some more, when I'm watching someone else. When I get the other beads from Cindy, I will sit here and go through and put some more in here. I need to find me some clips to put on these right here so that I can clip these shut and figure out what I'm going to do with all these beads because I've got several of these right here. This is the second bag of these beads here and the second bag of the large ones. So, put them over here. Come on, come on. But I was telling you, these, I don't use my bead reamer on the little ones. These are glass check beads that I use, the little gold ones. They're check beads, which are made of check glass. And so, and then I'm going to fill these bags up. And now I've got to find a clip for them. It's over here. And I'm going to do a silver and a gold. I know that. And these, this one's a gold. And see, the bead itself, you can tell, it's kind of a pink tone to it when you add it to the gold. But it also makes it look gold, doesn't it? Hey, whoever's here, hello. And so this is what I've done here. Okay. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it over here. And this is my needles that I keep out here. I should have put that in here. And I'll put this in here. And I don't like to work with a real long thread at a time. You notice my thread wasn't real long. And that's because threads do tend to tangle. And I keep what I'm working with right here. And I've got another box that I keep, like my scissors and stuff in. Anyway, these little beads, I end up with a lot of these that don't have a big enough hole, or the hole's not all the way through on it or something. And I put them in a different bag. And what I do is I take like Elmer's glue all, PVC glue. I take me a jar, I throw these in them. And when I get so many in there, I make a beaded glue. And then when you put this, you want to put it in a little jar because you want to be able to dip it out and spread it across. And so you got these little beads, and they're a crystal bead, and you spread them over the top of a house top, and it makes it look like it's glittering in snow. Okay, it's glittery looking. I haven't seen very many people that do that, but that's something I like to do. There's a lot of people that don't like glitter. Okay. But these beads, these are great because yes, they will get everywhere, but they're not like glitter. They don't fly everywhere. Okay. So anyway, this is what I do with the beads that I don't use. I need to find me another little holder to put that in. So anyway, but I'm going to put this up here. And this is one of the leaves that I'm working on. I'm deciding on whether I'm going to make a square, because I think a square would look good. Come back here, bead. My bead done took off on me, honey. Get up there on your mat. And I'm thinking about taking and cutting a square right in the center of them. And there's another one. I've got enough cut out to try it with, but as you can see, I don't know if you can or not, but there's ridges in here, right? So what I would do is cut a picture window out, right? And then take small pictures and put in here, one on back and one on front, or either just print the little pictures out on vellum, because that way you don't have to, and you've got it back and front. It's a thicker way of doing it here, and just taking and putting a hole here and a hole here and make it into a flip book. I think that'd be cute, don't you? I got the idea from Janet Baum. She showed it on her Facebook when she had a Facebook. I miss seeing her Facebook, but I understand. It's been hard for me too. So them little beads wouldn't run. Oh well. Anyway, I want to find, if I can, if I find it. I keep everything here, but it doesn't do me any good because I move it around so much, I forget where I put it, right? Okay, so um, Cindy was teaching us how to make a dress, and I got this snowflake paper from Cindy. So I think I'm going to try to make a dress out of the snowflake paper. I think that'll be real pretty. Um, she's got it 25 cents a pack. I don't know what's in it. Let's see. Got some beautiful napkins in this right here. Some napkins and stuff. I got these in here that I'm working with too. But I've got to go through and figure out how to make that dress. I've watched her do it several times, and I've done it a few times. But unfortunately for me, my memory's not about that long right now. And so I don't remember, but I do remember. Let me see if I can find a piece of this paper. I do remember you don't need a thick cardstock because if you use thick cardstock for this dress, and I can remember the most of the way through it, and I really like this paper, and it's almost a vellum-y look to it, you know? It's almost like a vellum. It's kind of a thin, it's kind of cross between a vellum and a rice paper. And I like to listen to it too, by the way. It's kind of, I love it. So Cindy folded it in half, right? Make sure it's even, right? Right? Okay. So then what did she do, right? I think she folded it back this way and back this way to where it meets in the middle. Doesn't matter that it's going to meet and it's going to touch because that's even better when it does. Now from here on, Cindy, you're going to just have to show me how to do this, okay? I mean, you'll have to show me that. Hey, girl, how are you doing? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I got me 4 packs of it at 25 cents a pack because I really love this snowflake paper. And if she's got any more, I may get some more of it because I really like it. It can last a while. So these dresses are supposed to fold up, right? Now, see, Janet Baum, I believe, is the first person that showed me how to do this. Yeah, exactly. Why not? Well, I've been sleeping for a few days, to be honest with you. So here, and I think you're supposed to fold this back like this. Don't quote me on this because I may have it all wrong here. Because I need to go back and watch Cindy's video again. I know I do. Do you ever watch Cindy Loves Jewelry and Paper Arts? Oh, isn't she? Yeah, she definitely is that. Okay, so I know I'm supposed to do it this way to fold the collar down, right? But I'm not sure how I get the sleeves out of that, right? And my big old fingers is just tearing this paper. Maybe it's because I'm supposed to get it out to where it'll show like this. Anyway, I'm not sure, but I know somehow or another you fold this back. But I got to go further than that somehow. But this is as far as I can remember on it. My brain's just not functioning right now. Okay. Anyway, so what have you been up to, darling? I haven't seen you on in a while. Of course, my computer doesn't always tell me. My notifications don't come through all the time. You know. So, I got an itch. My elbow itches. So I'm gonna make me some of these These are just regular paper leaves. And on the back it's white. And I want to make me some scripture leaves that are grateful scriptures. You know what I'm thankful for and grateful for, and I want to do these, and I want to put them in to a journal. And you can use the leaves all year round. You can use them in browns and greens and golds and oranges and reds and all different colors, right? So no, it's supposed to be a dress. You see how it opens back and turns into a dress? Well, it's supposed to have sleeves too, but I can't figure out how to make it have the sleeves. But it's something about folding this back here to get it to do. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'll figure it out. I know I will. I just know I will. Eventually, I got to go back and watch Cindy's video to see how she did it, because the one that Janet showed me in has been such a long time ago, you know. So anyway, um, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. And see, I'm tearing this thing up. I don't know how I'm doing that, but I'm doing it anyway. But I know it folds, right? And the dress comes out, as you can see. And it's a dress, right? But then it's got a collar. And then I can but I got to figure out how this part of it works to fold down, because that folds down too, somehow or another. And I just ain't got it yet, because you fold the man's shirt the same way as a shirt and a dress that you can fold this way. But now I've got to go back and figure out how to do it again, write all this down. Yes, fancy dress. So, but this actually comes in some. The waist does, and it kind of flares the dress out some. Um, who knows? I may have done it backwards somehow or another. But I thought this paper here would be just right to make it with, because I love the blue, right? And everything. So I gotta figure out how to make it, because I'm in a swap with Cindy. Somebody in Cindy's group making one for January. But I thought this paper would be great for making that. And then I've got this right here. Whenever I get it made right. I've got this real pretty stuff right here I'm gonna put on it. Don't you think that'd be pretty on it? Yes, I could. Wouldn't it be a beautiful Sunday dress to wear to church? That would be so pretty. So anyway, this is what I've got. I got this right here, and I thought what I could do is I could take and lay this, because it's tape. It's a double-sided tape kind of thing, but I would glue it down, because I don't trust the double-sided tape stuff, because it holds quick, but unfortunately it doesn't stay holding very long. So I could put that across there and take a couple of little buttons, maybe fix this back up here, take a couple of little buttons and put on the dress, right? Just do it that way, and put a couple of little pearl buttons or something with little them little things. Let me see. Oh, put this back up here. I've got these little things. I've got these little pieces here, and I'll have to glue them down to use them, but that's okay. I don't mind. It's these right here, and I could lay them down like little buttons, like little rhinestone buttons on it. What do you think? Maybe take and make a little button down collar on it. My fingers don't work as well as they used to, darling. Make a little button down collar on it. Anyway, they're kind of cute, I think. But now I've got to remember how to do the dress. So I got to get me some things, something to hold my my little baggies closed, because I don't want to take the tape off of it until I'm ready to close it for good. So anyway, so what do you think about scripture leaves? Hey, Margaret. It's good to see you, darling. Oh, thank you. So I'm thinking about doing some scripture leaves. Happy Hanukkah, Margaret. How are you doing? Yeah, that would be good. Scriptures about the seasons and use different color leaves about the seasons. This is kind of thick. So I was thinking about taking two of them together, because I don't know if you can see, but there is a little print to them. Anyway, you can see the veins in the leaf on it. And cutting out the little hole in the center and making a photo album out of it. Because my printer, I don't have it in here, but my printer is only like this big and makes a very small print, and I can just zero in on the face. And see, I've got this little square. I could cut a little square and put, like a Christmas face on it. Okay, have a blessed evening, darling. See you later. Bye. Anyway, this is things I'm thinking of anyway. So, and like I said, I've been, this package that you sent me, Margaret, I've been using a little of it at a time. I don't want to use it all at once. I'm hoarding it. I'm hoarding it. So anyway, this is what I've been doing. I've been sick, and I've been hoarding things. What can I say? I've got these beads that I've been working on. Here's another Christmas card that Cindy sent to me. She sent this in the package I bought from her of the beads and all that. And she sent me some little stickers and stuff in it. This one says beach. Hoo-wee, yes. It's cold enough here to go to the beach for sure. Anyway, this all goes back into my little bag here, because I haven't got that all together yet. I've got to get my, I got a Christmas card from my grandson yesterday. And so I got to get him a Christmas card back to him, but my daughter told me to send it to him a certain way so that he'll get it. Cut out some of these frames here. I thought they were really pretty frames. I was looking for my, I can't ever keep nothing straight around here, okay? But I'm looking for, yes, this is what bad. She sent me this really nice little thing that a stencil and a Christmas tree stencil. Let me move the fire line out of the way. And a piece of edging paper. I think that's pretty. Another piece of fall paper with a little raccoon on it. Isn't that cute? That's definitely going to go in my autumn journal. I'm around the corners, and I'm going to use this as a journaling spot. This right here, I may fold it down and make it into a matchbook notebook. Do y'all ever make matchbook notebooks? Yeah, I'm trying to. I've been sleeping for 2 days. Another pretty stencil from Beth. And I don't mind that she didn't clean them after using them. I don't mind because I don't clean mine either. And then she sent me this little card. It says thankful for you. And she sent me a to-do list. I guess Joe got tired of it and made her send it to me. A holly. Another journaling card. And this one says Merry Christmas. She didn't sign it or say nothing on it, but it's going into my Christmas album. Then she sent me the paper that's got these are typewriter keys. I know what these are. And then on the back, it's got a different thing. I've been sick. I haven't even been able to show anything that I got. But I've got it laying over here. I knew I'd put it over here somewhere. And this, of course, is going to go over here going to go back in this envelope because I haven't finished I'm working on a cracker box. And I have decided, I think, that and I'm going to cover it with brown paper. And I'm going to cover it with brown paper. And make my piece of paper. This is where I'm going to make one of my backgrounds. Come on now. You know, the brown paper that you get into things. But see, I think I'm going to get this one flattened out. This is kind of how I got this one. And I'm going to flatten it out. Okay. And I think this might be big enough because it's kind of a medium-sized garbage bag, grocery bag. Okay. So, and work on this. I have to iron it out, I think. Get my little iron hole to it and iron it out. And work on this to send to, I'm not sure when she wants it because I haven't been able to be in her group. And we're talking about it again. So, all right. But anyway, I'm gonna fold this. I'm gonna fold this in half. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take this and open it up. And I'm going to take this scissor. Skizzler. The Skizzlers. They go sideways because I don't see a straight line now. Okay, got that. Now, what I want to do is I want to fold this in half. Right? And you can copy dye these papers if you want to. You can use regular paper for this. Regular typing paper, copy paper, whatever you want to use for it. This just happens to be what I had. And I'll take this right here. There's a small one I can use later. Okay. Put this over here. Now, what I want to do is make sure these are flattened out really well. And what I'll do is I will take this. Did I put it? Where did I put it? There it is. It's right here. I'm going to put it right here. Flip it over. Find my scissors. And I'm going to cut right above it. Right? Lay that up there out of my way. Y'all don't let me forget where I laid it now, okay? And then there's that right there. See, and it's going to come out here and here, in which I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to cut there. And there. You can go over there. Okay. All right, now. And I don't like to use a thick coating of this glue because it's a wet glue. Right? I don't like to use a thick coating of wet glue on it. And there's a reason for that. Get over to where you belong. Come on. Because you can't pull that up. Ink and all. Oh, come on now, Tracy. You got this right. And there's that. Okay. Now, this right here. Where did I put it? I had it right here. There it is. I know I had it. See? I like multicolors. I do. And I have this one. And it's got a little pearl on it. And I'm going to take that right there. I'm going to put it right there. And put that on there. This little butterfly. And then when I put it in my book, do I have a book here? I got a book here somewhere. Yes. This is a Waterways book. Okay. And when I put it in my book, say this is my book here, I can put it like this in my book on the corner. And when I'm ready, I glue it down and there's a writing space. Put it on the corner and there's my writing space, right? You want to figure out the best way to do that, right? So if I put it in this corner, you're going to open it up and there's your writing space. It's going to fill it out and then you're going to close it up. Okay. I'm not going to go in this book though because this is where I've been using maps of waterways and stuff in my journals and stuff. Okay. And there's that one. Come back here. Come on, move up, move up, move up, move up. Come back here with my ink and excuse me. And I'm going to ink it. I'm not Beth. I don't have everything at my fingertips. Well, I do, but it's usually not what I want. But I don't have everything at my fingertips for this. Okay. So this is one of them that I'm doing. Okay. The other one is right here. Okay. I like this blue paper. So I'm going to take my blue paper there. I'm going to figure out which one I want here. There's that. I'm going to fold it over. Of course, it's going to slide on me. No, not where I want it folded. Lay down. There's that. I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to cut it right off the back. I'm not going to waste that. No, I'm not going to waste it. Twinkling in me. Anyway, I always set them. Come here. I think I've got everything, right, that I need. Exactly, right? And then my great grandchildren come visit me, and I love it. I love that they're here with me. They're not here right now, but I love that they're coming to visit. Oh, come on now, Teresa, don't mess it up. Of course you're going to mess it up, Teresa. It's you. It's what you do. Okay. So, take this right here. I'm going to do this. Right? Take this right here and put it where it belongs. Right? Right there. Thank you, Margaret. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness, great. Oh, tell us about it, Margaret. Tell us about that new home. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Margaret. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, whichever one you choose. Uh, I choose both because God is a God no matter what. Okay, there's that one. I should have saved that blue, but I don't think it would have shown up on it. Do you? Should have saved it, but I don't think that my butterfly would have showed up on it. But let's see. I have this butterfly. It may be too big. It's probably too big for it. But these are black and white. I don't know why it didn't print in color, but this is from Heather and Yon Studio. This is one of her free things that she gives you each week. She does a Friday freebie, and so does Pam at Paper Outpost. They do a Friday freebie, and I'm part of their. And now these little antenna, you might as well forget it because I will not be bothering with them. And I'm doing Kim's style of cutting. I'm wobble cutting. I'm going to do this. And wobbly cut it, like Kim says. That way I don't worry about it. It all comes out cute. At least it does when Kim does it, right? The more wobblier the cut, the better it is. Okay, them little antenna. I can draw them little antenna back on, so y'all might as well forget it. I'm not trying to cut around them little bitty antennas. That's just not my thing. Good night, Margaret. Sleep well. Rest well. Sweet dreams, sweetheart. There's that. There's that. Probably shouldn't do this, but those big scissors, I'm not Beth. I cannot cut with them. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Mm-mm. So I'm going to cut with these. Because I can see around these right here. Okay. And then, see, since it's in black and white, I can actually take my black ink, my ink pad, and I can fix it up. And there we go. And then that's flat, so I don't have to worry about it. There it is. I got my black ink pad. I don't know if this will work or not, but we'll see, won't we? Open up. I got these little bitty boxes from Temu a long time ago, and these right here, I don't remember where I got these. I've had these for a long time. And there we go. See, well, not down there no more. Where'd you go? Of course, it'd be somewhere where I don't want it. Anyway. Anyway, I take black ink and go around these. And I can blacken that out, that little white there. Because it just don't look right, does it, with all that white on it?